We've got two pretty massive stories to cover for GTA 6. One is like 80% confirmed and reliable, while the other relates to Trailer 2 and Sony, and I'm not so sure about its reliability just yet, but you'll want to stick around just to find out what it's about. I've put all the timestamps down below so you can just go ahead to whatever part of the video is relevant to you. We're not here to waste your time. So there's a supposed insider leak going on right now. It seems we have one of these every single week by some YouTuber making stuff up, but this inside leak claims that Sony have secured the exclusive marketing rights for GTA 6, and there's also news of a potential date when we might see something from them, which could be the second trailer. However, please take this with a massive grain of salt. I'm very skeptical about this one. So firstly, the headlines this past 24 hours have been making the following. They're saying that Sony have secured the GTA 6 marketing rights. So what does this actually mean? This doesn't mean that Xbox won't be getting GTA 6. This doesn't mean that Sony will be releasing GTA 6 early on PlayStation 5. What it likely means is that Sony have secured the rights to show their logo and advertise their console alongside GTA 6's marketing, if it's true. For example, you may see plenty of game trailers stating that it was captured on PlayStation, or at the end of it you only see the PlayStation logo, even though that game is also coming to Xbox as well. That's essentially what is going on here, most likely. It's very unlikely that there will be any sort of deal that will release GTA 6 early on any given platform. So this also likely means that Sony might get exclusive news, maybe some early screenshots, but for the most part this doesn't actually really mean that much. So if any of you are hardcore GTA fans and have been playing GTA for a long time, you may know that the PlayStation 2 GTA titles like Vice City and San Andreas all released early on the PlayStation 2 before they did on Xbox. But that wasn't necessarily an exclusivity deal. The reason that happened was because it was just simply the games were developed on the PlayStation 2 for the hardware for the PlayStation 2, and then it took a little bit longer to get those games released on Xbox than it did because they just had to work on porting them over to those systems. So it doesn't really necessarily mean that much. However, there was this period in time for GTA 4 where interestingly Rockstar Games did strike a marketing deal with Microsoft. I think it was the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned, but anyway, long story short, Rockstar in the past have worked exclusively with Microsoft and Sony. And what was interesting about that is that the rumor is they were quite disappointed with how that went in terms of sales and downloads. And it was pretty much word of mouth that Rockstar Games decided that they wouldn't work exclusively with anyone ever again in the future. Especially for a game as big as GTA 6, I just personally don't see the game being an exclusive deal or even coming out even like a week early on one of the systems. But if it comes true, then I'll be extremely surprised. But rumor has it on December the 3rd, Sony may have a reveal event coming. The PS5 Pro is now fully announced, everyone's aware of it. And many people were saying that Rockstar Games would definitely wait until the PS5 Pro was released in order to continue their marketing. And this kind of makes sense. I mean, Trailer 2 could be right around the corner, maybe at this supposed Sony event that's taking place. Well, that would be the perfect time for, at the end of the trailer, to say something along the lines of captured on PS5 Pro. So the GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 trailers dropped about a year after the first trailers. So naturally, we're all thinking, where is Trailer 2? Well, the issue is that those trailers dropped when the game was still on track for a release date no more than 6 months later. You see, GTA 5 Trailer 2 dropped November 2012, and the game was supposed to release in spring 2013. The same happened with Red Dead Redemption 2, guys. So it seems Rockstar prefer to release the Trailer 2 and start their marketing roughly 6 to 8 months before the games drop. It's only because those games have been delayed that it looks like the trailers come out a lot sooner. So I'm not really that confident that we're going to get the GTA 6 trailer this year. But let's move on to something actually concrete that seems to have kind of shaken the community a little bit when it comes to GTA 6. It seems that a Rockstar Games employee over on LinkedIn revealed some very interesting details that could definitely be associated with GTA 6 in my opinion. So here's the LinkedIn post on the screen right now. Someone who has worked actively on GTA 6, and now this is something that you can disclose on your profile if you're a Rockstar employee, because the GTA 6 trailer has come out and it's been officially announced. As you can see in the details of this employee's bio, they've stated that they've been working on procedural generation systems for objects and game environments. So first of all, this is very interesting because we know that not too long ago we found out that some high-up devs at Rockstar Games had patented a system within the Rage engine that would allow for procedural generation inside of buildings. But this specific text here suggests that there will be procedural generation for the environment and objects. So first of all, let's backtrack a little bit here. GTA 6 is probably going to have procedural generation inside interiors. We've known this for some time, and what this means is that if any buildings are enterable, which there is supposedly going to be many enterable buildings in GTA 6, rather than the interior, the objects, the design or the decor inside taking up memory on the game's memory system, this could then be procedurally generated. And we know that plenty of Rockstar employees, both there right now and ex-employees, have said that GTA 6 and what Rockstar Games are working on for GTA 6 is going to absolutely blow our minds. And I think that one way this could definitely be done is by having nearly every interior enterable, and harnessing procedural generation to fill up those interior spaces is definitely one way that I think Rockstar Games could definitely do that. And this LinkedIn post suggests that not only this will be procedural generated for objects inside of interiors, but this will be used in the game world as well. It sounds like if this is true and this is actually for GTA 6, this is going to be used for things in the world like trash on the floor in alleyways, the beach chairs, beach volleyballs, umbrellas, trees and bushes, maybe even NPCs and their clothing, which is going to be super cool, and I'm very excited to hear more and see this in action when GTA 6 comes out. But the LinkedIn post mentioned something else quite interesting. But before I mention that, I just want to point out that GTA San Andreas, believe it or not, also had procedural generation for the world. This isn't actually a new concept by any means, even for Rockstar Games. Many people probably don't realize that in the woodlands in GTA San Andreas, you can come across bushes, boulders, and other various objects which are procedurally generated. Just take a look at this gameplay right here, which is kind of interesting. You can see that this boulder is here for this guy on screen now, but when he revisits that location, that boulder has actually shifted places. And that's because GTA San Andreas, in order to keep the wilderness and the world fresh, uses a form of procedural generation. So this isn't a new concept for Rockstar Games, and doesn't surprise me that that would come to GTA 6. And I think this is very exciting because what it means is that the areas that we explore could be insanely densely populated with objects, people, and so on and so forth, and that isn't taking up any memory on the game, so it's not really affecting performance because it's all generated at random as we approach the area. So this LinkedIn post also mentions that ray tracing and ray traced global illumination is coming to the game. Personally, I find this ray tracing thing to be kind of underwhelming most of the time anyway, but I guess this could be a hint that that's something to expect for GTA 6. Anyway, long story short, I kind of think that Trailer 2 is either now or not until next year. As in, we either get Trailer 2 early December and maybe this Sony thing turns out to be true, or unfortunately we're going to be waiting into a little bit later into next year for the next GTA 6 trailer. If Trailer 2 doesn't come out this December, it's pretty safe to say that they're trying to follow their strategy of releasing their second trailer 6 months from release. So if GTA 5 is fall 2025, we definitely won't be seeing a trailer until early next year, potentially going into spring, which does kind of suck, but I'm holding out for the fact that Rockstar might announce something very soon. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date for all GTA 6 information. Adios.